right, listen, guys, it's the afternoon ride. It's a little different, this interview, because we actually have fans that are in the studio. Eastsider fans. We got the Eastsiders in the studio. Goldie Logue, Trady. And this is kind of crazy for me because I've never done an interview with fans in the studio before.
That's dope.
So it's different. It's different, right?
Yeah.
Oh, my
Much love.
goodness.
Appreciate y'all coming out.
Listen, one call and everybody. I had to actually turn people away. So, yeah, because we was already tapped in.
We're going to catch y'all on part 2. We're going to drop something else and catch y'all on part 2.
First of all, congratulations on the new EP, Still Easty. This is so dope. I have a two-part question. What's it feel like to drop a new EP after 20 years? I know you guys did mixtapes, but a new EP after 20 years and being signed to Death Row? Ooh, talk about it.
Amazing.
Because it was like a dream, right? Because you weren't signed before when Death Row was back in the 90s, but you're signed now.
Right. No, well, I was around in that era, but, you know, I was always the forerunner for Doghouse and Doggy Style Records. I was always a protege of Snoop Dogg, you know what I mean? So I never did sign to Death Row, but I made projects over there, you know, with Snoop Dogg, Tupac, everybody that was over there that was getting down, Nate Dogg at the time, rest in peace. But to come back around in 2024 and not only get blessed with the opportunity to make more music that the fans love and can ride to, because, you know, we're going to be ourselves at all times. We ain't trying to adapt to the time and, you know, use the new methods and processes that they do to make music. We make music the way we make music. So for Dog to trust us like that, you know, Goldie Logue still had that presence. You know, I still got my hunger. You know, it came out dope. And it's a blessing to be on Death Row.
It is such a blessing. And I feel like it's a perfect fit. Right, guys? It's a blessing and it's a perfect fit.
Perfect timing, too.
Perfect timing. Speak about that, Goldie Logue.
Because, you know, when we get together, you know, it's always fun, you know. So we was always ready to go, you know. But as a timing aspect, you know, you can't rush nothing, you know. You got to let it come, and we seen Dog's vision, and we knew he was on a mission, you know. So me and D, we stay on the mission. So, you know, we do our shows together. We keep everything going, and I kind of felt it.
You did?
Know? I felt it.
Okay.
I felt it. So
I felt like when it was announced that he bought Death Row, I felt like it kind of was like the pieces are just coming together at that point.
Yeah.
Right. They were. I mean, and, you know, he's doing this thing with October London and, you know, a couple more artists he got over there. So it wasn't like he immediately focused on bringing the squad back when he got Death Row. When he reignited Death Row, it was like he mapped out how he wanted to present it in a different light. You know, he didn't want it to just be hardcore, raw, you know, threatening, you know, like Death Row used to be in the 90s, you know what I mean? So he wanted to put like a, you know, a love spin on it, you know, a more musical twist to it, and, you know, for him to establish that and then bring us in once it was foundated to let us get back on and do our thing. You know, it's all love for the homie. You know, that's bro.
That.
That's
well,
bro.
listen, speaking of October London, you guys have Groove Back. That's I love the sound. For me, when I heard October London, and I love that you guys are working together, I don't know, I'm going to speak on my behalf on CC. He has a Marvin Gaye sound to me.
Hell of a.
Okay, good. I'm just glad somebody, because when I hear Groove Back and I hear the chorus, I'm like, oh my God.
Reincarnation.
It's undeniable, right?
Mm-hmm. It
so
is.
It just fits perfectly.
Yeah, it does. It does. That, and when he laid that hook and Dog brought that track back out, it was like, shit. I think we did like, excuse my language.
It's good.
We did like about 3 or 4 songs like that day. We was just vibing that hard.
Damn.
You know what I mean? You know, me and my wife slid down there early in the morning because, you know, we stay way off the side of the cliff. And, you know, so we took a long ride down there, met up with Goldie Logue, you know, and Dog was like, I got the tracks here. Y'all ready? You know, what's up? What we doing? It was like Fob the Machine, and we went from the mothership to the battleship to the starship. Back to the mothership. You know what I mean? And we
Yes.
was dropping heat every time we came up out of there. So it felt good being back around them, you know, to get that vibe and to know that we still had that chemistry.
Yeah, and you know what? Even just you, Snoop, being in the studio again. How was that? Because like you said, it feels good to be back in. Was it like you had to get comfortable again, or it's just you walk in and it is what it is?
No, grab me some of that gin and juice from out the back. You know what I'm saying? And get to work. It's a lovely thing, you know.
Yeah.
Put that good smoke in the air, you know.
Like he say, we always, you know, we do shows together. You know, we always involved with different.
I always see you guys together.
Yeah.
Like, you guys are at the compound. Like I see you guys, but I just feel like sometimes when it's in the studio, it hits a little different.
We go hard in the studio. It's like, you know, bring your A game because I'm gonna bring my A++.
Right.
You know what I mean? And everybody got that mindset when we go in there, and it always come out perfect.
Turn into a party. A song turns into a party.
Yeah.
Now, because we talked about Death Row not being that scary as in the 90s, but your track, Gangstified, it actually closes out the EP with the look of course, that G'd-up lifestyle. How do you balance the reality of that style while still inspiring like the fans to make the positive moves?
Well, Butch Cassidy with us on that. So
Yeah.
that's a smooth street, like a street side of how you stand on business, you know. And that just came together. You know, Trey D had located the track, and when I finally finished another song and came in there, they was already moving on it. I said, okay, D over there writing. Okay, Butch laying his stuff. I said, okay, let me get a vibe of it. Okay, let me sit back for a minute. Let me go get me some gin and juice real quick. I'll come right back. Okay, let me watch these dudes, man. Let me trip on these dudes. And that's how, like, we do each other. Like, the vibe and the feeling is always there. And we always looking towards each other to get that push. And then once something happens, you take it and run, and I go get in the corner and get on my stuff, and we come back out. We checking each other out. So it's just the creative side.
I don't think we really look to separate the music from the message.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right.
The
music
message
is the message.
Exactly.
And it's a lifestyle.
Precisely.
Yes.
Precisely.
So
it's encompassed within the lyrics, within the stories that we tell, within the realities that we share about our life. You know, people can relate to them because if they not going through it directly, it's somebody they know that's in a similar situation or have been. You know, so it's the tale sometimes could be morbid, you know, but it's reality.
And you're telling a story about what really goes on in the city.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's what really happens.
Exactly. And that resonates with people because, you know, everybody don't want to hear, you know, get up, clap your hands, and shake your ass. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, you might want to hear it sometime, but you ain't in the mood for that all the time. Sometimes you want to get a little dark. You know, you want to, you know what I'm saying? You want to get that screw face on. You know, hit the corner Mad Dog and somebody.
When I'm in the car and I'm listening to G'd-up, I feel like I tend to lean just a little bit.
You dig it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, just you start sliding. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's the feeling we always want to provide.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That just seems to work for us, being our authentic selves and putting that on record. You know what I mean? And that just, you know, that just,
and it just resonates with your fans.
It does.
Can
the
I go
authenticity.
back into the original Eastsiders? Wasn't the original Eastsiders supposed to be Daz and Snoop?
Not really.
Okay, I was just asking.
No, we made one song, and it really wasn't. The energy wasn't there for us to even do that.
Okay.
You know, we was trying to get back along together because of the Death Row situation. Daz was still there, and Corrupt had left, and then Corrupt went back, and Snoop wasn't over there. So it was a lot of chaos and confusion. So we was just trying to keep ourselves, have a nucleus for the Dog Pound, and we just thought of the name that we were going to come with as a furtherance of another group inside of the Dog Pound. But it was disingenuous, you know, actually from the beginning. So a couple of years later, when he came back after Snoop made Last Meal, he got at me. He was like, D, I still want to do that, but I want to do it with Goldie Loc. I was like, Goldie Loc? You talking about Cuddy be coming in it? He hard. He hard. Let me hear something. Hold on. Let's book a session. And we did give it to him, dog. I said, oh, this guy's a problem right here. I said, he gonna keep me on my A game at all times. So, yeah, it came out, dog.
It. So, Goldie Loc, when they brought you in, how did you and Snoop connect? I mean, were you in the city? Were you doing your music? He heard about you? Like, how did he tap in?
Well, yeah, it's a little bit of that, hearing of me and doing my little push, as I try to hustle and move around as an artist and a producer. And I was working with his little brother, Bean, rest in peace.
Rest in peace,
yes.
Bean.
And my sister had passed away.
Rest in peace, Pancake.
And Snoop was like, he told Bean and Dirty Left, he like, go get Goldie. He got the studio. He need to bring it up here in the garage. So I was like, all right.
The garage was Claremont.
Claremont, the dog.
The mansion garage. It wasn't just the
garage.
Yeah, it wasn't the garage you walk by and see open when you walking up the street and people in there drinking.
So we get in it, and then I'm messing with him while he on the, No Limit scene. I'm right there with him, and it all came together. We was watching D at the same time, and we was always around each other, and Dog was like, it's time to go. After we did the No Limit thing, Dog was like, man, I hollered at Trey D, and we the Eastsiders. Let's roll. You with it? I said, man, come on.
Damn, it's just like that.
Yeah.
I was already living with Snoop. I was staying in the garage because he had just took me from off the streets.
The nice garage, right?
Yeah. Nice garage.
And took you away from the streets.
Yes.
Yeah. You say off the street today.
Save my life.
Today, off the streets mean like it was bad.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Not off the streets.
But it turned out good. My sister was murdered, and he knew I was just gonna lose my mind. So
and that really saved you.
That saved me.
Yeah.
Wow. And when I see you both on stage, you've done so many shows for KDAY and just in the city in general. It's just, it works. It's easy. It's natural. It's supposed to be, right? It's not forced out. Like you both have two distinctive sounds, and it just complements each other. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what it is. Everybody has this undying love. Like when I say fans, hardcore fans.
Right.
That's crazy, right, bro?
Yeah.
Like
after all this time, that's big. Yeah,
right.
That's big.
I remember when you had just got out, and me and Guap met you in Long Beach, and that was like the first time, guys, and I was like, oh my God, I'm meeting Trady from the Eastsiders. I tried to act cool, but I was a little nervous and stuff.
we locked it in.
Cool. Yeah, you were just super chill, and I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe how down to earth you were.
Right.
Because we tend to have our ideas about you, let me see how they are, maybe they're a little bit standoffish. It was nothing like that with you guys ever. No. You know what I mean? You guys, you'll get down when you got to get down. You know what I mean? You don't play.
Mando.
Yeah.
Mando.
But it was always love.
No.
It's always love.
Because you show us love.
Yeah.
I mean, without you, opening the gateway for our music, then we wouldn't be able to reach them. You know what I mean? So it's a big give and take thing.
But let me throw the compliment back. Your music is our culture. That's so, you know what I'm saying? It really is. Yeah. It's our culture. Mm-hmm. I mean, my cousins were bumping it. I'm bumping it. I mean, it's just what it is. And it's crazy because now it's like the youngsters are bumping. It's a full circle. And I know you see that too at the concerts, and they're younger and younger, and they're gravitating.
Right.
And it's a whole new generational fan base now.
It is.
Yes.
And speaking of that, Trady, you did 21st Jump Street, Murder Was the Case. How did you tap in with Snoop on that? Because a lot of people, that was a hood song, but people fucked with it.
Right. Yeah, that was actually my first big studio song. That was the first song I recorded in a big studio. And he came and picked me up. He had told me, a couple of months before that, yeah, we're going to do a song. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And he came by and got me, and we went over Dad's house, got the real Superfly was with him. We went to Larrabee's studio, and he was like, yeah, we finna make a song. And I said, okay. He was like, you ready? We gonna make a song about the hood. I'm like, a whole song? He was like, yeah. I said, tonight, right now? He was like, yeah, come on, cuz, come on, you got it. And he just pumped me up. And I used to write, it used to take me maybe about 2 weeks to write a song because I'd be just so meticulous and taking my time, and I was writing when I was in prison. So there was no rush. I wasn't giving no concerts or entertaining nobody, so I had that luxury of time. So when we got in and got down that night, and I gauged the response from it, and he played it about 3 or 4 times, and I saw how much he was into it and how big Snoop was in 1994. You know, that was 30 years ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like, you know, to get that reception from him and everybody that was in the studio, and then to hear the hood banging it.
Yes.
And like, cuz, you did your thing over here. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm on to something. So, yeah, I'm locked in now. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I just start staying in the studio. I had his back, you know, rest in peace, Badass was there. You know, a couple of people in the early stages coming out of Long Beach was there around 94, 95. And yeah, I got a nice check for that feature. So I said, yeah, I will be gravitating more in this direction now.
Yes.
You know, I've been locked in.
Speaking of Badass, I have a story. When I first started radio, Badass had this beautiful white Mercedes. And I was going and I was doing what we call sticker stops. We go and hit the city and, you know, we have merch and stuff. And I remember he pulled up and I was like, Badass. And I was like, let me put a sticker on your car. He said, what? He said, on my Mercedes. And I was like, please, this is my job. And he was like, oh, he looked at me and he goes, hurry up, go do it real quick. But put it on soft, because I know he wanted to take it.
Oh, wow. That's dope.
But it was cool, and I was like, the fact that nowadays, I'm like, I would never let somebody put a sticker on my Mercedes, but he was so cool with it.
Yeah, no, he was cool like that.
Just a cool
No, he was
ass
cool
cat.
like that, man.
Yeah.
Had raps galore. Had one of the biggest personalities I ever encountered.
Yeah, he did, and a sweetheart. But I'm going to ask you guys, because these two songs, I feel like, are really the theme songs behind the Eastsiders. People go crazy when we play them on air. So let me ask you, I Love It or G'd Up?
Them the two. I can't get around either one of them. I can't.
I'm gonna go G'd Up.
I gotta go. I love it because not just to go against you, but just the back and forth. I really didn't believe in that song.
You didn't?
When y'all came with the hook, because that was something your daddy used to say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm like, they finna make a hook out of this?
Yeah, my dad made that up.
Yeah. I'm like, y'all finna make a hook out of this? And then he was like, yeah, y'all gonna go back and forth. You spit forward. I'm telling you, I hear it. So I just followed his lead, and the song came out dope as a motherfucker.
Oh, man, I'm telling you, people love it.
So I got to ride with I Love It. G'd Up was just
It was like
natural.
it united. I like the way G'd Up united our neighborhood.
The back and forth, though, I like the back
Yeah,
that we
he
was
liked the
able
song of it. I like what it did, the impact.
It did, yeah,
Right.
It
Of
did.
what,
It did
you know,
big shit.
It did.
It brought Long Beach together
Yeah.
in a lot of ways where it was a lot of rampant, you know, killings and violence and stuff, to the point where when we first got together and we used to go to clubs and stuff to perform, our homies would be squabbling. They'd be getting down, and we had to break them up, and, cuz, you got to go home. Cuz, I talk to you when we get to the hood. Y'all got to go. And this, that, y'all fucking us up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all finna blow our shit up. But it was volatile like that. And then with us continuing to make music and continuing to make videos and invite them out to be involved in the videos and be involved in studio sessions and come to the shows and stuff like that, they was like forced to coexist. And in doing that, they formed bonds and friendships among themselves that even carried it further. And it just the violence between us, it went way down.
Just off of one song. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
But they say music is a universal language.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's really, that is so. And I'm telling you right now, the fact that Long Beach rides for you, They love you. I have a Long Beach question, but we actually have Long Beach Carlos here, and I asked the listeners and the fans if they had one question. He had a question for you, so I'm going to let him ask. Go ahead.
It's gonna be 2 questions.
You greedy, man. Just like a Long Beach, just like a Long Beach dude. Greedy.
Hell yeah.
What's up, homie?
If you can make a track either with Dog Pound or West Side Connection, which one would be? And also, when you heard Snoop Dogg took control of Death Row Records, how was that feeling for both of you guys?
Nice.
You, sir?
Well, Dog Pound is already, that's home base.
So it's always going to be Dog Pound.
That's you know.
So you'd rather make a song with the West Side Connection?
That'd be big.
It'd be stupid.
That'd be
stupid.
big.
Yeah.
And they get their bond going over there.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah. I love that. I love to do that.
You know what I mean?
Because that'd be a slaughter fest. I know Ice Cube would try to slay everybody in there. So I know he would. So
Come on, Trader, you gonna come
I had
with
to
it.
buy me one of the $1,500 ink pens. Like I'm finna kill him on this. But I know that'd be something big.
And I think it's coming too. I think it's coming.
God willing, hopefully.
Okay, so we're here. We're manifesting it right now.
And what was the other question?
What was the feeling
Death Row.
when Snoop Dogg took control of Death Row Records?
What was that feeling for you guys?
How you feel, Cole?
Man, lovely, thankful, and knew that it was gonna be a task to step up and support Dog and help Dog and give him all the attention he need so we can strike the target, and I know he take pride in everything he do. So by him fighting for that and staying down, it showed me like, okay, well, this is just how it's gonna be. We just gonna stay down for what we down for, and that's it.
Right.
Ain't nothing else. Don't nothing else matter.
Listen, Still Easty. Make sure you guys all download the entire album. I'm telling
It bangs.
Yes.
It bangs. You ain't gonna be mad. It bangs.
Video too, so check it out.
Carlos in that thing, man. Check him out.
Yeah.
ES all day.
The Eastsiders for Goldie and Trady. When you guys did the first album, Snoop Dogg presents the Eastsiders, and it went platinum.
Double.
Double platinum. How was that feeling? Because you guys got together and made it happen. You know what I mean? That's
Double platinum. Yeah, that's magic right there.
To this day, and then your second album, Deuces and Trey, that's platinum too.
It
But how
eventually
was the
did.
feeling for that first one?
On top of the world.
It was,
2000,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
What you feel, D? Give me your feeling.
I felt like a rap star.
You
I
are a
did.
rap star.
For the first time in my career ever, I've been dropping verses with the Dog Pound. I've been a part of it. I've been on different soundtracks, different people album, but the reception to this album right here, when I heard so many people playing it, and then everybody, I was getting recognized by a lot of people, and people was giving me props for it. I really felt like I was in the game when we dropped this.
And then Goldie Loki was on No Limit,
Yeah.
and then boom.
When that came out, bro, I was riding my 3-wheeler down the street with some music on the back.
Yeah.
And they came on, and I was just, it gave me the chills. I couldn't wait to hurry up and get home. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pedaling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm pushing. I pull up, and everybody like, did you hear that? You know what I'm saying? So,
Oh, man, I
you know
love
what I
it.
mean?
Yeah, that has to be an
19,
amazing
20
feeling.
years old, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, come on now.
Yeah, he was a baby.
You know what I mean?
Just a baby.
I'm like, man, this is it right here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
On the beats, making the beats.
Yeah, man.
And then for the second, I know Fred Reck was.
Hey, this is my interview, fool, not yours.
Check him, CC. Check him, CC.
Hey, one question, dog.
Check him,
There you go.
CC.
No, but you know what? You know
That's
what?
good stuff,
I love
man.
them
Die
because
hard.
their daughter's here, and she grew up on you guys. How old is she?
She's 15.
15.
That's
This
dope.
is the full circle that we're talking
is.
about.
Evolution, yeah.
It
Yeah, you know
is.
what I'm saying? You
That's
said it right.
wonderful.
The evolution.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
That feels
telling you.
good. That feels good.
You have a
man.
question?
Yes, I do.
That feels good,
Just
bro.
what would be some advice that you would give the young people and that's in the game coming up? What's some advice that you'll give them? As far as with the music industry and, you know, what to do and stuff like that when they starting out and different things like that. And just
I'll piggyback off of that because I heard that you guys want to, you would love to collab with like Jay Stalin or Mozzie. They're younger artists. Yeah. What is it about their sound? And the reason I asked is because there's artists that are watching right now. What is it about their sound that appeals to you? Because maybe the new artists need to hear this, you know? You
might have mentioned Mozzie. I probably mentioned Jay Stalin because I was exposed to his music when I was in prison.
Okay.
And I saw how the Bay Area, the thugs, the hustlers, the street cats love that dude. They really rock with him. So that really resonated with me as far as him being an authentic representative from where he's from. So that's why I would want to do some music with him because I know we would be on some real shit and we'd drop some real game in it.
No, I love that. And when we speak about new artists, I love the advice that you guys give because you guys have been around for such a long time. A lot of these artists, they're not trained properly.
No.
You know what I mean? And they're not ready. And I think that's what sometimes can be defeating. So, because for me as a radio personality, sometimes I will, you know, interview a new artist and it's the media training. They didn't get it yet. They don't know how to speak on the mic. They're looking. They don't really know how to answer. They do one word answer.
Yeah.
Like
they don't know what dead air is. Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes that can bite them in the ass.
It can
because it's their career and it's their brand.
Because you haven't you feeling like you got to draw these answers out of them. It's like it ain't that serious because I can have somebody else right there.
It's a conversation, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, what advice do you give these young artists?
Me personally, I stress originality and I stress hard work. You know, drive. You got to be in it to win it. You got to be around it to get it. You know what I mean? And if you not, then you know if you devoting time to other things that's not elevating you towards where you trying to reach, then you have to refocus and recalibrate what really means the most to you and put your energy there. And if that happens to be music, if that happens, whatever it is you do, whether you produce, whether you rap, whether you whether you got hookups with artists that want you to manage them, whatever your position is in music, you got to play it to the fullest because this life, you only get one time to do this.
Yeah, and sometimes that one time you don't get a second chance.
Nah.
Yeah.
You know,
and you never get a second chance to make a first impression.
I heard
some
that.
of the realest shit they ever said.
Goldie?
You know, be yourself and be respectful. You know what I mean? It's a lot of disrespect out there, and you know, people got to get more respectful, man. And there's ways to do things. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be all extra out. You don't have to start problems and beefs.
Right.
To try to become somebody. You know what I'm saying? Be yourself. Be authentic. And open up to new game. You know what I'm saying? All the time. You know, you never stop learning. You know what I mean? In this industry, you know, so
good game.
So just be cool about it and carry yourself properly. Don't scare nobody away from you. That you know, because you trying so hard, you might scare somebody away.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you got to be careful with your blessings. You know what I mean? So count them well.
Finesse is a word we gonna share.
Finesse is the word of the day. Finesse. Listen, make sure you guys go ahead. The whole entire album, I love it. Hood's Been Good to Me is one of my favorite, though.
Dopeness.
Been good to me. I love it. It's so catchy.
That's right.
And I just feel like all of us, everybody
Shout out
in
Snoop
this
Dogg
room
and
has
Jelly
come
Roll.
from the
Dog
hood.
and Jelly Roll.
Yeah. So shout out to Jelly Roll too,
Yeah.
But I feel like everybody's come, whether it's a different hood or whatever. But and the hood has been good to us. Look, we're all here.
Yes.
It's a blessing.
Yes.
Man,
no
I
doubt.
love you guys.
Thank you for having us in, CC.
No, thank
we
you guys
always
for being
love
here.
being
It's
on
always love.
93.5.
Let's go all day, every day. Yes. Thank you, listeners. You guys are the best. For
Thank y'all for coming. Thank y'all for coming, all y'all.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. Lucretia was almost going to crip walk for you guys.
Get it, girl.